Yeah, it's your boy Frosty, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a long journey, me getting this YouTube channel together. I've gone through POG, HD PVR to try to record gameplay, and it never worked out because I needed Windows 7, but I had Windows 10. Then I finally got a gaming computer, which I can actually record my gameplay with, and I finally got Sony Vegas, and finally I'm getting the video together, and then all of a sudden, bam, my script just gets deleted. Then I wait a couple months later, then I make another script, and that gets deleted. So as of right now, I'm just going off the fly.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody, calm down. No.
If I could draw your attention to the diagram on your screen, you can see the anatomy of me, the person who I am, the type of life I live. During my upbringing, I was exposed to lots of competitive scenes like my football team, my swimming team, my track team. There's a reoccurring theme to step up to a challenge. Me being sober and me being an athlete ties into me being competitive. So in that aspect, you could see that all three of them mesh together because they're all related in some form or fashion. People always say I'm a nice guy. This one's big. I'm an introvert. I don't like to talk to a lot of people. I keep a close, small group of friends. I just talk to them. I don't like to go outside much besides exercising. I would get invited to parties, but I'm not really a party guy. And I'm also slow. Even though I'm competitive and I'm an athlete, I don't tend to usually finish first, but I always give my best effort. And that's what it's all about, giving your best effort. Because you shouldn't really, what I learned was, you shouldn't really compare yourself to the guys in first place, because you'll always feel that they're better than you. But if you always compete against yourself, you're always going to get better. And if you do better than yourself, then eventually you'll keep getting better and better, and you won't get discouraged as often. I play a lot of zombie games, mostly Call of Duty Zombies, Call of Duty Black Ops, World at War, Black Ops 3, not really Black Ops 2. I don't know, Black Ops 2, the graphics to me look pretty trash, but everybody likes Mob of the Dead and Origins, but I never really played like that. I'm like the unpopular opinion in the zombies community in that my favorite maps are Call of the Dead and Zetsubo no Shima.
Nigga, what?
And this word right here, relentless, is one of my new favorite words. I'm reading a book about my favorite Olympic swimmer, Missy Franklin. And if you just look at her whole life, it's all about being relentless. And I can kind of see that in my life, because like I've gone through struggles, but not as bad as some other people in the world. But for what was on my plate, I think I handled it pretty well. I was always trying to do my best, always pushing, and just trying to be the best person that I could be, the best version of Frosty. Looking back at my childhood, I could see how I got here. Standing in front of a microphone, trying to make content to post on YouTube. It was almost like I was programmed to do this. As a kid, I'd watch animes like Naruto and Dragon Ball GT, and when I'd get bored, I'd create my own versions of those animes in my head and simulate thousands upon thousands of episodes, which kept me entertained for a very, very long time. Keep in mind, this is 2008, and entertainment for children back then compared to now is very different. That and the fact that my brain likes to wander around, when you put those two together,
That's the result you're gonna get.
Dragon Ball Super is trash and GT's canon.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Okay, moving on to my early teens. Technology got a little better, YouTube got a little better, internet speeds got a little better, and Modern Warfare 2 came out. At the time, it was the biggest entertainment launch in the history of entertainment. People started making commentaries over their Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, and it started to blow up on YouTube. They had channels like Machinima where they get a bunch of directors like C-Nanners and Hutch, and they entertain us. But big shout out to my boy FMJ. He was my favorite YouTuber. His videos were dope. To this day he has 5k subs, but I always looked up to him in his videos. He always posts games that like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, World at War, Call of Duty Zombies, and his YouTube career was something. Then fast forward to a social media app that came out called Snapchat, introduced a feature called Stories, where for 10 seconds you could record a video and it would show it to all your friends on Snapchat. And me and my brother would record so many videos that we entertained all of our friends for a very, very long time, and still to this day. Based on all of those experiences, I saw a future somewhat, possibly on YouTube, possibly in the movie business, that I could entertain people. I'd always produce content and people would enjoy what I put out and would request more. And I said, you know what, I think it's time for me to actually start posting on YouTube and live out a long awaited dream I've had since I was a little kid. Just to go on YouTube and post gameplays and talk over them and entertain people, because everyone else made it look so fun. And on that note, I just want to thank everybody who came before me on the gameplay commentary scene, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now recording this gameplay commentary and living out this dream I had as a kid. So thank you. And since this is my first commentary, I know one day I'll come back to watch this, or who knows, maybe my grandchildren will come to watch the video just to see how I was like when I was younger. And to them and all people of the future, I say hello. But I also have to say goodbye, because this is the end of the YouTube commentary. Thanks for watching, and comment below what's your favorite video game. Rate, comment, subscribe, and stay frosty.